Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the long range weather forecast discussion, and I'm James Munley, and this is for the period. Um, Waiting for these maps to load. This is for the period March 10th to the 15th. We'll try it again. I don't know what's going on. They're not loading. Okay, let's see. Is it going to load? Not getting much luck. Okay, we will have a pattern change that will be occurring soon at the end of this period. This will occur as we go into meteorological spring. So meteorological winter ends on Saturday. Meteorological spring begins on Sunday, March 1st. And then, because it goes from winter goes from December 1st to February 28th or the 29th, and then meteorological spring begins on March 1st and goes to May 31st. That's just how we do the seasons. But this is we're expecting for the pattern remains unchanged whenever it decides to load. Let's see if we can try to do it again. See what happens. Maybe the next look. Try to do it again. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna. I really want to show what's going on. Okay, we have to do it this way. Okay, as we go, we start with March 1st. You see what we have here, and then we go to the end of the period. We'll start back here a little bit. We have a ridge in the west troughing in the east, okay? And then as we get to the end of the period, watch what happens. We get a trough development in the west, ridge and zone of flow in the east. This will bring in warmer air, okay? But in the meantime, we have another shot of cold air and a chance of snow. I'm going to show you that. Now, we will have a strong cold front that'll move through. Let's go to the surface here. And this will move through later on Saturday into Sunday. And this could bring a shot of snow. Now, we look at the GFS. This is GFS. More stronger, a little bit of more snow, but more suppressed. We look at its ensembles. Weaker. We look at the European ensembles. Hardly nothing, and high pressure moves in. Then we look at the GFS AI, that shows hardly nothing. And then we look at the European AI, very hardly nothing. And then we look at the Canadian, doesn't show much of anything. And then the GFS, the UK Met. So there could be a chance now that we have this low here that'll be moving out. So we will have a cold shot moving in, and then a little bit of snow maybe on Sunday, depending on where these models come together. All right. The southwest ridge will cause above normal temperatures, with temperatures reaching the 90s in some locations. And then we'll have the trough in the east that'll bring a series of systems across. Now we'll have a boundary across. If you follow my pointer, if you can see it, it goes across this area here. This could bring, they also have several systems move along it. They appear to be pretty weak, and then they move out. So we have to look at that. Then we get our pattern change after that. So now we're going to look at the period for March 6th to the 10th. Still not getting anything. I'm really sorry about this. They're not loading. All right, we'll go to 6 to the 10th. We see this. We'll try to do it the slow way. Trough in the west, ridging in the east, split flow. Here's our northern jet. Here's our southern jet. So we're going to be influenced by this. So we'll have above normal heights here. So for this forecast period, I am calling for, let's go here. I'm calling for above normal temperatures for a large portion of the country, and I'm calling for anomalies that could exceed 6 degrees above normal in this area here. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence 35%. Above normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence 35%. We're going to look ahead now to the period for March 11th to the 15th. And what we get now is still, let's see, we go here. Still troughing here. We have a large ridge here over the Aleutians or South Aleutians here. We have a trough trying to build into the northern states, but still a zone of flow, still a split flow. Here's our northern jet. Here's a southern jet. Some cold air might try to move in, but generally looking at where be affected, much of the country will be affected by the southern jet. So for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures here with anomalies of 8 degrees or more above normal here. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation for this region, probability of occurrence 35%. Below normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence is 35%. I'm cutting it short because I'm having a problem with the models. So that is it for today. Thank you for stopping by and have a good night.